Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Is the banking crisis going to push Bitcoin? What's happening with Cardano? And what about Solana? Where are we from last week when we discussed? Well, if you haven't already, subscribe, drop a comment, and click that like button. Let us know you like the content that you're finding on this channel. All right, let's kick it off with Cardano starting. All right, so we were speaking about Cardano in a couple of previous videos, Solana as well, so we're kind of circling back to this to really pay attention and see what's going on. Cardano's trading around 39 cents. We discussed this too. I told you before in previous videos it was going to reach back down to this level due to the key market structure areas that reach, right? Again, we see it right here as it started showing you that that market structure was a point to where it was going to kind of drive down and stop a lot of that growth coming in. And even right here, let's just get our marker. So this one coming up from the top, that previous resistance level actually stopped and pushed that buying pressure back down. It started to increasing that selling pressure, which drove it back down to that next market structure being here. We're seeing that resistance stopping it as well, and that selling pressure that continued to push it down to this level around 39, 38. This is what we were talking about in these areas. So this is kind of what we're seeing push in. Let's just get rid of some of this stuff right here, and we will, I tell you what, we'll do this really fast. Okay. All right. Now coming in. Now if you notice it has slowed down to it quite a bit. It's not just like plummeting as it was. It was around trading around 45 cents and that was what was it? April the 15th. And we reached that point, it started slowing down and dropping and we fell below this level. Now, this point is going to be rocky in this area, but what I do like to see is that over the last 2 days that we did see a lot of it started to kind of turn around and buy, and then, well, look at this right here, right? This like star. Well, coming up, we've seen a good momentum push back up, and it's continuing to do so. Now we're looking at the daily charts, so we have around 20 hours left. It's still looking quite bullish, which is really good. And we want to see this candle also close rather high. Now, the selling that you're seeing going on is also referring back to the 23rd over the last couple of days. You still have these three little candles, which is pay attention to as well. If you just think about this moment, right? That's pretty strong. That's a lot of pressure coming in. So what was previous resistance back over here on back in March is actually setting the ground for a good support level. And this is what we want to see because we don't want to see it really drop back down. Over and all together, once we can kind of push past this hurdle around 41, then this is going to be the hurdle that's going to drive it down. It will start to reach back up into at least the 45 mark, 43, what we were talking about before and then coming in. So as you can jump back to $3, not anytime soon, but you do see a little bit of bullish behavior coming in right here. And as well as the news, IIF analysts actually shared um, some news on the Bitcoin's fall, which is also reflecting to this. And so there's several other things that's coming in now. If you just look at right here, the personal spending MOM, you can see the income MOM and the score PCE, which is really good. And you can kind of like pay attention to projections that are coming in right here. But Cardano is also, if you think about Cardano and Ethereum, they're kind of playing hand in hand together, and even Solana, given they're in the same bracket. But over and all together, it does look quite bullish. And dropping down to the 4-hour chart, you can really see that it's really bullish coming in this moment. So if there's a moment where you're thinking about really entering the market, if we're looking from this high and we just make this area, right, it's looking like you had already probably missed a good entrance opportunity. And the same thing right here. Now, it's going to be hard to really kind of make your trend lines coming in from here, but all in all together, you can see that if this actually candle closes around here, you're entering that good apex moment where a good opportunity will come in to make some cash, just if you're swing trading, which kind of what I like to do. I like to play it day by day. And certain coins, I think a good idea with a portfolio is to go inside and trade. Some coins long, some coins quite short, depending on your bias on the market, what the market's doing. Is it, of course, in a bull or bear? And then there's swing trading, which you can kind of just like throw around. Okay, so that was Cardano. What about Bitcoin? Bitcoin took a crash back down to 26,000. It was expected, and I'll show you what I mean. So again, we talked about this moment right here. Before, in previous videos, is well to pay attention to this one right here, and we're just going to put a line, and we're going to make our mark right here. So we have this area that we were talking about where it's going to come in, and the whole point of this is kind of giving you this analysis of what to pay attention to in the upcoming days, right? Major market structures, they have this moment, like this one and here, for when you should really pay attention. Now, these major market structures, it always reaches back to them. And even this one, it will come back to the 27 mark. And this is something too. And I'm just going to give this one, I'm going to highlight that. And I'm going to give it a red one just to kind of pay attention to. And I'll show you what I mean a little bit later on. Focused on this. This is going to apply to really everything. All right. Okay. So if you notice, we always come back to it. Now, what I'm trying to describe to you, now you can go and jump into this crazy massive amounts of speaking about crypto, speaking about market analysis. You have your trend lines, you have all of this, your Fibonacci level. Look, all of that's great. Of course, you should follow it. But some main basic points to come to, so you're not completely losing your ass, is going to be some of these that when it reaches a particular, when it creates a strong market structure, which is really considered to be, let's say, 4 or 5 more candles of significance, not like little bitty candles like this one, and not like that, but big significant ones with candles such as you see in this red, you see even here with more so this is more about um, the resistance line that it created because it did create strong resistance. But after this resistance level, you see these really sharp declines in price, right? These sharp declines, these major candles, and these major swings that are coming in are creating a very, very strong market structure to kind of come back to. Giving you another example, this major swing in this market structure here, at the very top, we reach right back again, even in the high. So as we were coming in, let's say right here into the market, it started to move in and you understood, okay, we're reaching back to this market structure, which is also previous resistance, also previous support. And that was a moment for it to be kind of, for people to start to exit out of it or even start to put stop losses, so forth and so on. And this is what creates this area. Either way, it still comes right back to that key moment that we have. Just push this here. Just push this right back to this key area. The same thing from here, it reached right back from the past. Here we see one as well, and it's not really in the past, but it does come off as previous support that we built. So we will come right back here now. It doesn't mean this one because it's not a major enough structure. So we'll kind of come back down. And if you think about going a little bit higher, it will reach back around 29, 30,000. So this area is a good moment to pay attention to. So either way, Bitcoin is showing really, really bullish and it's starting to push up. Again, the banking deal what we're talked about in the video is that there's that rumor. So more people are actually buying in, which really kind of pushed it off from since yesterday. This actually bullish pump. So you'll see it come again until it comes down. Stop losses will push it back down. So will it reach back to 30,000? Absolutely, because that's just what it does. Now, coming from here, this is the first hit back into the resistance level. I would expect at least one more hit, if not break out over. But I really do see it to at least knock one more time before it kind of retraces back down to around the 27 mark, and then I think finally it will start to reach back to around 35,000, hopefully within the next month or two. But this is just something you can kind of tell. And like I said here, now that signals fresh increase is a key to more gains, right? So exactly 29,000. And where is that 29,000? Right where we are talking about before, right? So right here. So even I just showed you, I just clicked on this for the first time. It's going to reach right back into this mark. So this is where you should be paying attention to right now is this little area because we will touch right back into it without a question. And as far as Sol goes, right? We spoke about Sol. Sol is around $21.82. We talked about it before that it was going to break out, right? This is our from our last video, our trend line recreated, and it was at entry point, and guess what? It did. And also, just as we just spoke about, the trend line, even with the banking information, people will start to grow as well inside of this. It will probably touch back down here. We can see that's a big market structure because of the swing, this really, really strong swing, which we have. This candle, by the way, was a big signal that it was going to start to decline as it lost power. It was going to start to retrace back. And of course, the previous support level is acting as support again for this. So you can kind of like just move this over, give you an idea. And here, and this is a moment. Now, like we just said with Bitcoin, this is going to also be another support level to pay attention to market structure, because not only that, we have like really one, two areas coming back. And even here, and this one is another one to pay attention to, because we will also reach it and will play a key role. Now, we're going to see some more fighting, but if you really pay attention to this one, not as just a market structure area, but let's just say resistance level coming in. We have one, two, and three, and I love threes, so we've already had it knocked around three times. This next one could potentially break out above that right before 27, and this can kind of come off as uh, that support level and act as resistance. But if we can break past that moment, we can start to go to around 35 bucks, 30 around in this area, giving a quick look. So all in all, together, Solana does look pretty good, but depending on the market, we need to see. Just one more thing with the banks, if it starts to really decline more, you'll see all of these really start to push right back up. As a market altogether, Bitcoin's trading around 3.3% in the green. Ethereum's 1.7. XRP is also up 1.6. Sol is up by 3.5%. Even Cardano is up by 3.7. Really, really bullish now, especially after last week. It was just really ugly. Taking a look at the week, right? So 6.3%. Ethereum was down by 10%. XRP 11. Cardano 10. Doge was even down by 14.2. So everything was pretty down. So we have a lot of makeup to do, which is already starting to do it quite well. It's what, Wednesday? So it's really starting to push in. So just pay close attention to what's happening inside of the banking sector of the United States, and we'll be able to see some big changes coming into crypto. Support the channel, like it, comment, and share with your friends, and I will see you guys again next time.